Well, hello again, and welcome to another Hyperion morning. How y'all doing out there? Hope you had a wonderful weekend. It is a majorly Monday. Sorry about that. Nothing we can do about that, but you know what? We're gonna get through this. You've got this. It's Monday. We'll make it through today. We'll make it through tomorrow. Over the hump, Thursday, Friday. Before you know it, it's the weekend again. You got this, and we're here to help get you through it every single morning this week. Good morning, Tony. Happy Monday to you as well. Hopefully you and your family had a wonderful weekend. And that goes for all of you out there. Hopefully your weekend was strong, fantastic. Whatever you decided to do was a great weekend for many people, just to kind of sit at home and snuggle in and watch some TV, watch some shows, watch some football, whatever. But maybe you got out and got to the park, celebrated a little holiday fun. Maybe just enjoyed some time. Maybe you got out, family, friends, whatever you did. Hopefully it was rewarding. Hopefully it was wonderful. Now we're off to Monday. Again, we'll make it through this Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's going to be the weekend again before you know it. Just blink and it'll be the weekend again. So today is Monday, December 9th, 2024. Welcome to, we're right that middle part of December. Only a few more shopping days. We're getting down there till Christmas. Speaking of that, hey, today's a day to be sure and get those Christmas cards out because, yes, it is National Christmas Cards Day. You're running out of time. If you want to get those Christmas cards out, now is the time to get them out there. Get to your friends, get to your family, get them out. Do you like Christmas cards? I like receiving Christmas cards. It's really nice to check in, get some warm wishes from some of our friends, some of our family members from across the country, sometimes around the globe. Just depends on where we are. We are not ones that send out a lot of Christmas cards, though. Occasionally we will, but we're just not that. We will kind of do, we're kind of more eco-friendly and cheap. We'll say that. We're cheap as well. But we try and be more eco-friendly, maybe send out something, a virtual Christmas card, usually something on social media to say, hey, this is our virtual Christmas card for this year, wishing you well. Look out for that sometime within the next a little bit of time. And that goes for everybody. It's everybody. We appreciate everybody. We appreciate you. We appreciate you all. This will be a little virtual Christmas card on here for you as well. But that's kind of what we do. But we do love when people send us Christmas cards. We love them. We love them. We showcase them and really appreciate everybody who has ever send us a Christmas card, and especially if you send us one this year. We will really like that. We would really like that. What else are we celebrating on this day? It is a national day of something every day. Today's a day for something delicious that I really like in particular. It is National Pastries Day. Man, I like a good pastry. Man, I try and do it in moderation because those things will get to you and you can enjoy them and they'll start putting some pounds on for you. But man, they are delicious, wonderful, fantastic. Love a good pastry. Favorite place to get them, I think, at Walt Disney World is La Halle in the French Pavilion. Such great pastries. There's so many amazing things, but there are great stuff around all the Disney properties to try and have some wonderful pastries, but also anywhere. There's always a great pastry shop somewhere in your neighborhood, somewhere within your city to go visit and get some tasty stuff. And today's the day to enjoy it. Go ahead. And you can also celebrate this. It is a day for llama love. It's a day to love your llamas because it is National Llama Day. So why not watch The Emperor's New Groove and celebrate Cusco or whatever llama you want to celebrate on this day. Do you like The Emperor's New Groove? I think it's kind of an underrated, fun movie. I don't know if it's my favorite, but I do get a kick out of it. I think Kronk makes that movie for me. That he makes it hilarious, but there is some heart to that movie and some enjoyable scenes. And I know a lot of people grew up watching it, and it is one of their favorites. I enjoy it. I'll sit down and watch it when it's on, but I wouldn't say that I go out of my way for it. But it is still fun, and I do like it. That's for sure. What else are we celebrating on this day? Again, December 9th, 2024. On this day, back in 1992, well, the NHL decided, hey, we're going to give a hockey expansion hockey franchise to Anaheim, and that became the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. They started uh, playing in 1993. They were owned, of course, by Disney up until 2005, but they were titled the Mighty Ducks based on, of course, the movie franchise. When I remember when this was announced, that people were like, "Yeah, what are they going to call them? The Mighty Ducks?" Well, yeah, they did. They called them the Mighty Ducks. Once Disney sold them in 2005, the name was shortened and changed to the Anaheim Ducks. But yeah, for many years, the Mighty Ducks were owned by Disney, and fun. Nice expansion franchise in the NHL, still playing to this day. They've won a Stanley Cup, not when Disney owned them, but they have owned a Stanley Cup, and just cool. It's just kind of a cool thing that when Disney was kind of in the late 80s, or excuse me, about in the mid 90s. They owned the Angels as well. They owned a few franchises. They were involved in sports, but kind of sold that off as it just wasn't working well for them. But it made sense. It made sense for the time. Definitely. What else happened on this day? Well, on this day in 1994, the Disney animators moved into their new home on Riverside Drive, right there next to it's across the street from the Burbank Studios the Walt Disney Studios in Burbank. It's across the street from that. They moved into a brand new building. If you don't know, of course, there's the animation building that is in those Walt Disney Studios. That's classic. You'll see shots of it. If you ever taken a tour, you've seen it. It's still there. The sign's still up for the animation building. However, back in the late 80s, if you've seen Waking Sleeping Beauty, you know this story. Animation wasn't doing really, really well for the Walt Disney Company, and they sent all their animators off to basically a building and some trailers out in Glendale, several miles away. And it was not looking good for Walt Disney Animation for a while. And then they went through the Disney Renaissance, hit after hit after hit after hit. And then they decided, look, we need to give these people a nice, brand new, spectacular home. And that's when they built this. They call it the Hat Building. As you can see, it looks like the Sorcerer's Hat from Sorcerer's Apprentice there. But that is where they reside now to this day. It was named after Roy E. Disney, of course, Roy's son, Walt's nephew, who really was kind of behind making sure that animation stuck around and really was the person that fought for them to keep going and keep doing things and helped that Disney animation renaissance. And now it's there. We were blessed, luckily enough, to get to tour that building. It's not something that happens regularly, and we thank the people that allowed us to do it every single day for allowing us to. We were able to go and tour that building with some people there from it, including one of the Disney animators who has been on our show. And it was amazing. It was an amazing, blessed thing. We're so blessed to have had that opportunity thanks to this show. And it was something we will never forget, for sure. Better late than never. I'm surprised you're on any day. You're on the West Coast. It is 3:30 in the morning now, or a little after 3:30 in the morning. Thank you for coming along. Hope you had a great weekend, Donna. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. But don't ever worry about being late. That's for sure. Don't ever worry about that. What else are we talking about on this day in Disney history? Well, on this day in 2005, The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe was released in theaters. Of course, based on the story, actually a series of books written by C.S. Lewis. This film, it's a Disney film. If you didn't know that, it is a Disney film. We really like this film. It was really, really good. We really enjoyed it. It actually did end up being nominated for 3 Academy Awards and won one for Best Makeup. But we really liked it. We fell in love with this movie and really enjoyed it. They did a couple sequels afterwards, one that was Disney, one that was not. They didn't quite do as well. They had Prince Caspian, which was okay, not as good as The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And they also did Voyage of the Dawn Treader, which it's all right. it's all right. But we did love this world. We did love the storyline. We did love everything about it, and really enjoyed that film. And we haven't watched it in a while. I was thinking as I was seeing this today that it's time to go back and watch Chronicles of Narnia, because it was one of those films that we would watch regularly. Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? I thought it was really fun, and it was kind of yeah, it was just a good movie. We really got a kick out of it and really liked it. And again, we'll probably be checking it out at some other point. Also on this day, back in 2017, this is something that'll be definitely a room splitter, especially among Star Wars fans. 2017 Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi, ended up having its world premiere at the Shrine Auditorium. Some people really love this film. Some people really despise this film. It's an interesting juxtaposition. Of course, Star Wars nowadays, Star Wars fans don't agree on anything. This is one of the first things they really didn't agree on. But the movie did really, really well. It earned $1.3 billion worldwide at the box office. It did fantastically. I'll tell you right now, we are split even in our own home. Now, I will say this, that one of us enjoys this movie, but it isn't their favorite. And one of us doesn't enjoy this movie so much, but they don't despise it. But that is the way we are. We are split in our household. I'm the one who enjoys it. I think The Last Jedi is pretty good. They made some mistakes in it, I'll tell you that, but I did enjoy a lot of The Last Jedi. Michelle, not so much. Not her favorite Star Wars film by any stretch of the imagination. But we thought, I still think it was good. And no matter what you think of the storyline, how they decided to some moves with some of the characters, whatever, it is a beautiful film. It is a gorgeous film. The way it was shot is beautiful. And I think hopefully we can at least agree on that. More than anything else, hopefully we can just agree on that. Some things people like, some things people don't. And that's fine. You can discuss it. But just remember that, hey, just because you like something doesn't mean everybody else will like something. And just because you don't like something doesn't mean everybody has to agree with you and not like something. And I think this is a prime example of that for sure. And this is interesting. We're talking about things in this day in regular history. It is the holiday season, and one of the best holiday specials of all time, not Disney, but one of the best holiday specials of all time premiered on CBS on this day, a Charlie Brown Christmas, the first ever Peanuts animated special, debuted in 1965, like I said, on CBS. This is a must-watch for us every year. We love it. We think it's an adorable, adorable holiday special, and really does get into, what Christmas really means, and that's good. That's good. It is a favorite of ours, and we will be watching it. And it's also one of Scott's favorites. He loves it as well. And we'll just listen to the music for it because he loves that very much. Also, this is funny. I had to stop at this. This is probably something I wouldn't normally post, but today's a little interesting. On this day, last year, Shohei Ohtani signed what was then a record 10-year, $700 million deal to join the Dodgers. Had incredible history-making season, of course, with the Dodgers, led them to a World Series, big time. And that was a record breaker up until yesterday. Juan Soto says hello. I'm wondering how Frank Cardillo and Jen Cardillo-Snyder are thinking right now about Juan Soto signing a $765 million deal with the New York Mets. So yeah, 1 year was a record. And now it's gone. Now it's Juan Soto. But I thought that was interesting when that came out, when I was looking at my day in history. And just last year, this was, at the time, $700 million. That's crazy. It's a crazy amount of money. And then we hear this year, $765 million. I just thought it was funny. That's why I wanted to bring it up. Hey, if it's your birthday today, December 9th, happy birthday to you. Here are just a few of the people that you celebrate your birthday with. How about the great, great actor, Kirk Douglas, born on this day, 1916. He would have been 108 today. We lost him in 2020. Yeah, he lived that long. Of course, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Spartacus, so many other great roles. Kirk Douglas, happy birthday to him. A great comedian, of course, from Sanford and Son, Red Fox, but he was a great just comedian outside of the show, but also that show was so excellent and he was so funny in it. Red Fox would have been 102 today, born on this day in 1922. We lost him a few years back as well. How about Dame Judi Dench? Talk about a great actress. And of course, right now, currently the voice of Spaceship Earth. She turns 90 today, born in 1934. Judi Dench still plugging away and doing fantastically. She is such a great actress. I love her in everything she's in. Everything she's in, including Spaceship Earth. That's for sure. Talk about another great actor, John Malkovich. He turned 71 today, born on this day in 1953. Great singer, performer, Donny Osmond. Of course, you know him. He wants to make a man out of you from Mulan. Of course, the singing voice in that. He turns 67 today, born on this day in 1957. And we had a desperate housewife yesterday. We have another desperate housewife today. Felicity Huffman turns 62 today, born on this day in 1962. Today was actually a day for a ton of birthdays. Like, I try and limit it just for purposes of basically having these slides down to 6, but I could have put in like 4 or 5 other people into this list because it is a big day for celebrity birthdays. And hopefully you have a wonderful birthday today if it is your birthday, and celebrate it with all these people and more, and all your friends and all your family. Just enjoy it. Continue the weekend on and just have a good time. Have a good time. Really enjoy your birthday. One more thing got to talk about before I get out of here. Yes, we did have a brand new episode debut yesterday. Hopefully you had a chance to download it. Maybe you even had a chance to listen to it. It is a tiny bit long. So if you haven't had a chance to get through it all, I understand I'm a little bit long-winded. And this was a piece that I did that I was the one who did most of the research for. So you know me, I'm a bit long-winded, as you can see from this show, but I'm also very, very long-winded whenever I do a piece. But it was a deep dive into Moana. I called it Journeys because I found that a lot of not just the movie itself was about journeys. A lot of the characters, a lot of the filmmakers, the cast, so many people, the people that made the music went on journeys in various different ways to create this. Tony, thank you. I'm glad you learned a lot about Moana. I think a lot of this was stuff that we knew. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you did, but it was from 8 years ago when Moana came out. The original Moana came out. And maybe you knew it. Maybe you didn't. So hopefully, like Tony said, you learned a lot new. But maybe some things that you had known at one point that maybe came around and you found out or remembered. But either way, I hope you had a lot of fun with it. I had a lot of fun creating it. I was enthralled with everything that was discussed in it, that learning all sorts of things that like I said, I had known some things but had forgotten, but I also learned a ton of new stuff. And so hopefully that will be the same for you as well. Hoping to have the video episode out sometime this week, maybe Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, just depending. I've got to work in the office this week, so that limits my time to be able to do some things editing the video version of it. But hopefully that will be out at some point later this week, assuming it recorded correctly. I'm technology. I never know for sure. But hopefully once you've downloaded it and listened to it, you'll watch it as well, because I have some photos that are going to go along with a lot of the audio clips. Played a lot of audio clips in that episode. So hopefully you'll check that out as well on YouTube here. It'll be up later this week. So, all right. Getting out of here. Everybody have a fantastic Monday. You got this. We're going to get through it. It'll be the weekend again before you know it. Just muddle through and we'll make it together. Everybody, please remember, as always, share some kindness, share some smiles, and always, always, please share some positivity. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m. to do all those things with you. Until that time, everybody, have a magical day. Bye.